Hôm nay cả nhà cùng ghé thăm Canadore College. Đây là một cái chi nhánh của trường á. Trường còn có một cái tổng quan trường lớn khác. Cái này là một cái chi nhánh nằm gần sân bay của North Bay.
You know, a great Northern Ontario experience. You know, medium-sized city, very welcoming to students. Canadore, our college. Have you ever done a tour with Canadore?
No, I work in marketing center.
Better than most of the time, whatever country they're coming from, right?
Yeah.
Because you kind of found your tribe. You know what I mean? You have people with like-minded interests that you can mesh with. Okay? There's so many jobs.
So many all around the world.
All around the world, because what's happened is all the older people that have been working in this industry, the baby boomers, okay, there was no gradual increase in employment. So when he gets a big contract to fix a bunch of planes and he needs to hire 30 people, I'm coming over next week, I need to hire 30. I can almost guarantee you, before you graduate, you will have a job. It's that prevalent.
So
like
good.
we get employers, your last semester of your last year, we get employers coming to the campus and holding job fairs. And you put your resume to that one little company, and no, you don't apply to any other company. Your window's very small, right? But if you go resume, like, you're gonna get a job. They're crying for people right now. They're like, please graduate so we can hire you, you know? Like there's tons of jobs in all the trades. Like I said, we're not a big campus, right? So they, it's the size needed for what we have, you know? So what we'll do is we'll go upstairs. I'll show you a couple of things upstairs, and then we'll come downstairs and look at the shops. Okay. I always say if a student knows they want to work in the aviation industry, but they're not 100% locked in on which area of aviation they want to work in, then they can take the 1-year aviation fundamentals. Then from that first year, they can go, I want to go work on engines, or I want to work on structures, or I want to work on avionics. Then they transfer to that, right?
Basic year.
Yeah. Or mechanical, 2-year. Avionics, 2-year. Flight is 1 year, but it's right around, okay? Structures, 1 year, but it's right around. Now, having said that, some of our students want to do mechanic and avionics. So that's 2 and 2. So you go, I want to be here 4 years. So what they do is we have a 3-year mechanic major, and then avionics. You're not licensed, but it gives you enough information if you wanted to continue with that licensing, right? So it gives you the basic knowledge to continue to get that license down the road. So we go mechanic, avionic 3-year, or we go avionic, mechanic 3-year, or they go mechanic, structure 3 years. So we do have 3-year programs, 2-year programs, and 1-year programs. Stuff and all that, you can do it all here. Okay. These are behind there. Behind here is a bigger classroom. It's kind of a lecture hall. Playing, like pulling engines apart, like we do now here. That this could be it might be one of your classrooms. It might not be, right? I mean, we have a bunch of other classrooms too. But you can see how small the classroom is, right? So
That's still good.
Yeah, and then just down the hallway, see where that sign is sticking out over the door there, where that red button is on the top? That's Student Success Services. So I always say if you have a problem, that's where you go to fix the problem. Yeah.
Đây là buổi
So when
sáng,
you go back
1
downstairs,
giờ.
we'll go look at some labs.
Khuôn viên khá là rộng luôn á.
So it's all the
Canadore.
instrumentation, soldering, computer boards, stuff like that, right? But this one here, this is, so we teach turbojet. You got to make those 2 hours on something, or else you won't graduate. And that's because the Canadian Transport Ministry says you're not graduating unless you reach this many hours of school. So yeah, I mean, if you want to, like, and most of the classes are like 8 to 4 or whatever, like within that range. So whatever your company, if your company will say, yeah, you know, you can, right after school, you can come and work till midnight or whatever, then, and if you find that it's not disrupting your schoolwork, then yeah, I mean, you can make it fit, right?
Yeah.
But we probably have more training tools here than we actually have students in the class. Yeah, it's not much longer, so we 2 more things to show you. Because they're getting ready for graduation. So they'll have graduation here.
Yeah. Oh, graduation.
Yeah, so our students that are out working right now, they'll come back and they'll graduate and then they'll go back up, you know. That's, yeah, so that's the company that does a lot of our hiring. They donated that plane to us. They didn't need it anymore and then we can work on it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So all the students work on this. So usually this section is all fixed wing,
Yeah.
but they're all outside right now. And then over here is all helicopter.
Yeah.
The hangar, right? It'd be hard to move around, so we take the blades off it.
Okay.
All of these planes have their flight license.
Oh,
Because students you're working on, right? You take a
yeah.
walk around, right?
Yeah.
So,
Don't have to.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, lots of things to work on, lots of. That's why
Hôm nay mình có cơ hội ghé thăm một cái trường đào tạo về hàng không ở Canada, mà cụ thể là ở North Bay. Cái này là trường Canadore College. Là người ta đào tạo về lái cho helicopter.
Yeah, so yeah, and you could always, I mean, the tool fair, you might have, there might be 2 or 3 tools there that you don't have that you could buy just to complete your set or whatever, you want to spare something or whatever, you know.